I read somewhere that mathematicians can turn a sphere inside out.
Yes, that's true.
What's the big deal? Just poke a hole in it and pull it through.
Sure, but the point is to do it without making a hole. This sphere is made of an abstract elastic material that can stretch and bend and pass through itself. But you cannot rip or puncture this material without destroying it. You cannot crease it or bend it sharply. Try it.
I'll push the two halves right through each other.
Be careful. What about that ring around the equator? Remember, you mustn't tear or crease it. That's no good either. You're pinching it infinitely tight.
It's impossible. You'd have to crease or pinch it to turn it inside out.
Watch this.
Is this it? Is this a sphere turning inside out?
That wasn't easy to follow, was it? To figure out what's going on, let's look at something simpler. A circle. Can you gradually turn this circle into this other circle?
I can turn a rubber band inside out.
We're really trying to turn the circle inside out.
Oh, yes. Let me try.
Watch out. That was a sharp bend.
But I can avoid corners altogether by making a loop smaller and smaller.
That's an interesting idea, but pulling a loop tight is not really a gradual change. It's like having a corner in disguise.
I think it's impossible to turn the circle inside out.
Yes.
Am I supposed to believe that you can turn a sphere inside out, but not a circle?
I'll explain. Imagine a monorail atop the wall. The car only travels forward, and it always keeps the purple wall on its right. On a more complicated track, the car might sometimes be turning left, sometimes right. Net amount of turning after one complete circuit is always some number of full turns in one direction or the other.
I had a hard time following the net turning for this winding track.
That's natural. At some of these points, the track is curving away from us. Viewed from here, it looks like a smile. At others, the track looks like a frown. Curving toward us, the turning number is the number of smiles minus the number of frowns.
The turning number measures happiness.
If you insist.
It makes sense. But wait. This sphere has a three-dimensional smile. This one has a three-dimensional frown. So they have different turning numbers.
Smiles are like bowls, curving up. They are saddles and look like smiles from one direction and frowns from another.
But how does that change anything? Spheres don't have saddles.
Look, a dome and a saddle can come together and cancel out. The trick is to add waves to the curve. Make the connecting segments between adjacent guides bulge out into corrugations. Keep adjacent guides roughly parallel as we rotate them to align with the circle.
And what does this have to do with the sphere?
Look at a single guide strip along with the caps. Stop before the crease. Turn the two caps in opposite directions. Straighten out the belt by turning each end half a turn in opposite directions. Push the middle of the guide strip back through the center of the sphere. Corrugate the connecting strips between the guides. Push the caps past each other. Twist the caps to undo the middle loops. Push the equator across the sphere. Uncorrugate.
I still don't understand.
Divide the sphere into thin horizontal ribbons. Split the screen to see what's going on.
Wait a minute.
Progressively build up the surface of the sphere. The sphere is now entirely purple.
Wow.
Here goes.
You were right. You can turn a sphere inside out without poking holes or creasing it. Somebody should make a movie about this stuff.